and today I'm going to tell you guys what everyone hates, Cancer. Oh yeah! Now, I love Cancer more than almost any other sign, but today I'm not pulling any punches. So have a seat, and you guys can expect this one to hurt. Alright, but before we begin, first things first, I created a Patreon account and a PayPal donation button for everyone who wants to help to support the channel, and I put links to that in the description box below. So if you can help, the links are there in the description box. And as always, if you like the video, then please give it a thumbs up. Maybe share it with your friends on Facebook, maybe tweet it out to your homies on Twitter, and of course, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. And finally, if you'd like an astrology reading, or if you'd like a reading, I mix astrology and the tarot, or if you have want some answers on love or money coming up, then simply message me in the comment section below or on TheSunnySide.net, and I'll get back to you and we can set it all up. All right, here we go. Break your tissues out, everybody. We're taking Cancer's not that bad, guys. Chill out. Okay, here we go. Number 5. Cancers are passive-aggressive control freaks. Straight up. Can't flinch me on that one. Come on, guys. And there's no way to sugarcoat it. But seriously, so what, right? So is Libra, okay? They're passive-aggressive control freaks as well, and nobody hates that about them. No, the problem isn't that Cancer wants everything their own particular way, and it's not that they're passive-aggressively in your face about it either. Cancer is a cardinal sign. They are aggressive, but it's different, okay? And no, or yes, the behavior, this behavior does rub a lot of people the wrong way, but when you understand the nature of how deeply sensitive, how intuitive, and how physically in tune Cancer is with their environment around them, their surroundings, how in tune they really are, then it's no surprise that, and it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. So that's not the problem here. Cancer is represented by the Chariot in the Tarot. This was a fast vehicle of war that was used to be used effectively, had to cruise on up beside their opponent and attack from the side. Right? So Cancer is definitely an assertive and fast sign. But like the crab, and I guess the chariot, they're always moving sideways. And this really shouldn't be too much of a problem for most of us, because by now, we're all kind of adults here, right? Well, maybe not all of us, but most of us are. And we should recognize and respect the different energy patterns of each sign and how they manifest. But seriously, okay? Cancers get in your face at the worst possible times. And it doesn't matter what it is or when, or for some mental banana reasons or something serious, Cancers go side to side, right? It's the way it is. And then they're in your face, and they won't get out, And it's brutal. So imagine this: you're chilling, right? And you have all the time in the world for your little crab. And they know it, right? And you know it. Guys are in love, whatever, and it's all cool. Then they do their sideways dance thing. I'm coming for you, I'm coming for you, which is all cute and it's kind of cool and I like it. But by the time they're up in game action, the scene is past and the energies will overlap and they conflict. And at that point, you suddenly have a problem. All right, Sonny, so what are you trying to say? What's the deal with this? What exactly does overlap and conflict mean? And this happens all the time with Cancer. Passive-aggressive moodiness is fine. I even like it. Not everybody likes it, but I like it. But when I'm in the middle of something serious, serious, which is almost never, right? But when I am, I just don't have the time to play. And for whatever reason, that's when Cancer seems to need you the most, okay? It happens all the time, and if you don't respond positively to what's being, what is an affectionate gesture, then they'll get upset. And I don't really blame them, but once again, the timing couldn't be worse, And I don't know how you guys handle it, but I have learned my lessons. I don't like when my crabs get upset around me, What kind of language is this, Sonny? I don't like when my peeps who are Cancers get upset around me, especially when it's my fault. Especially when I'm never busy, but when I am busy, I'm busy. Go I'm busy, but there's... Let me get back to this. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so I've learned my lessons, and I'll tell you guys how I deal with it now, because I do have a special Cancer in my life, and regardless of whatever I'm doing, okay, if she needs me, I drop everything for her. Absolutely everything. The timing might suck sometimes, but your girl is still your girl, right? And if you're gonna say she's the most important thing in your life, then you better drop the shit and act like it, straight up. You know? Number 5 reason people hate Cancers, they have completely shit timing. Oh my God. You know? Anyways, here we go. Number 4, Cancers are completely inconsistent. Oh. Guess who called? How's that for timing? Okay. Number 4, Cancers are ruled by the moon, and the moon has phases, okay? Sometimes you see it and sometimes you don't. And the same holds true for Cancers. 1 minute they're there and the next second they're gone, all right? But that's not the problem. The problem is Cancer is dark, brooding, extremely caring, but a completely untrusting sign, all right? And whether you realize it or not, Cancer is one of the Zodiac's masters of compartmentalizing. You know, again, they don't trust anyone. So they sprinkle the conversations with half-truth, quasi-lies, and deception. And if I know Cancer is going to lie to me, I'm not even going to ask. I prefer to trust them, you know, just trust them, than to have to untangle deception. It's just not my thing, you know. But plus, there's a, you know, okay. Plus, there's a difference, okay? There's a difference between prioritizing and compartmentalizing. You know, if you prioritize, then first will always come first no matter what. If someone loves you, you know, and they compartmentalize, it's not just Cancer, many signs do this, you know, then you will only get what's left over, what energy they have for you. You know, that's just the way it is. And that's, you know, again, I wrote that straight truth. A bunch of signs are like this. Number 4 reason everyone hates Cancers. Just like the crab that spends half the time in the water and half the time on land, they're always half in and half out. And I don't expect that to change anytime soon. Sorry guys, told you this one's gonna hurt, you know? For those who didn't know that about Cancers, you should listen up, that's true. All right, next, number 3, Cancer is psychic. So, how's that a bad thing, Sonny? Okay, check this, it is a bad thing. This is straight up, everyone should know this already, and although that shouldn't be a problem, when you put everything together, it really can be. Now, I've already said that one of the problems really is Cancer's timing, but there's obviously more. And number 3 works like this. If Cancer wants something, then they want it right now. You know, they wait. Cancer waits, and then they move like this, and they want it, you know? And it frustrates the hell out of them, you know, when they go like this, because, you know, they got their reasons, you know? But when they get there, if it's not there, it's not there. And this happens their whole lives. So they get frustrated real easy. Cancer is super sensitive, super intuitive, super emotional, and super loving, and super giving. And it just takes them some time to get there. Not because they didn't start before everyone else, but because they got shit to do. And when they get there, and if it's not there, they get really upset about it. You know, and you would too. You know, can you imagine an Aries that's like, boom, in the game, and you get there and there's nothing there? Can you imagine if you spent all this time and energy and effort to get to that scene, and the scene's done? You know, overlapping and conflicting energies. You know, this is a problem. And this doesn't only rub other people the wrong way. Cancer feels this, and it affects them. That's probably why they don't trust your idiot ass. It's kind of funny. Okay, anywhere. Okay, all right, here we go. It works like this. They want it right now. If you've experienced the speed of Cancer's oscillating moods, right, then you'll know right now means 5 minutes ago. And because they're psychic, then they're already pissed off that you didn't anticipate their desire or request. And I mean, to Cancer, they're always looking for ways to make your life more beautiful. And they do it in so many ways. I mean, if you have a Cancer who loves you, then you're a truly blessed and lucky guy. You're really, really lucky if you get a Cancer who loves you so much. You know, and it's not just the mushy stuff either. It's everything. So you should pay attention to your little crab. And if they want something, it would be nice if you noticed it without them having to make a big deal about it, okay? Releasing stuff outside of the shell is difficult for Cancer. They want you to see it, recognize it, and do it. They know you're an idiot and you can't, so they're not going to hit the freak every single time. But like, it would be nice if you noticed that they like something, or they like to do something, or they're into some kind of thing, without, like, it would just be nice if you noticed, you know? Just saying. Alright, whatever. Alright, is this really the problem, Sonny? That's a good question. Well, no one likes to be constantly criticized for not caring, especially if you're doing your best. And Cancer knows this. They really do. but it still makes them upset, and there's nothing you can really do about it. You know, when the damage is done, the damage is done. But there's more. Cancer is super self-critical, and they know they're being unreasonable, and this makes them even more upset. You know, they're now upset that you didn't anticipate their needs, and they're doubly upset that they're being unreasonable about it. Now, in a weird twist, Cancer feels that the world is dumping all over them because of this. And, you know, they can't, and sometimes they often feel like they can't do anything right as a result of it. All because you failed to read the signs of your sexy little crab. You know, she's all there moping and getting upset because you didn't notice. And she's not just upset at you, she's upset at herself, and she's upset at the entire world because you were too busy to take the time to put her number one on your list to realize that she's important and you should treat her like she's important. Are you going to get it right? No, you're going to get it wrong. But at least, but she is going to she's going to she's going to notice the gesture, and she's going to like it, even if you screw it up. All right, what else? Okay, seriously. But it's also a real thing that happens all the time. If you were really into your crab, then you probably would have noticed that she wanted something, and you should have reacted sooner. Very seriously. All right? Like, you're in a relationship with someone who's psychic and emotionally intuitive. You should recognize this about your little crab. Anyways, after all, she's always looking out for you, and she tries to anticipate your needs, so to her, it's just meeting halfway. But to everyone else, they're thinking, what got her so mad, you know? I know, it's kind of funny, but it's the drill. So the number 3 reason everyone hates Cancer is because they're psychic. Yeah. Right, next, I'm going to give an honorable mention to something that's really obvious, but it's not really a problem. Like, the people use it to say it's a problem, but it's really an excuse to throw stones at Cancer, and it's not cool, so I'm going to bring it up here. All right, it's okay, so it's a false statement, and it's an easy attack against Cancer, and I don't appreciate it. I don't like when you attack my little crab for this. That's not cool, you know? And that's your emotions. There are many signs that, and people who... You writing English papers, who dump all over Cancer for being overly emotional and soft. It's just not true, okay? Yes, Cancers feel deeply and it affects them physically. And that's all a good thing, right? But emotions are the jet fuel which propels us all to success beyond our basic training and intrinsic skills. Ask any high-performance person, they'll all say it's the emotional gas left in the tanks that help propel them over the top. And if you can't summon up some of that kind of action, then you're not going to win. Period. All right? But once again, people use this as an excuse to knock Cancers, and it's kind of stupid, especially when the intellectual signs do it. The crab has a shell and claws, you know? They're for fighting back. Shell for protection, claws for fighting back. They're one of our darkest signs. And when you ask Cancer if they prefer the daylight or the night, most of them say the night. And that doesn't sound soft or afraid to me. Like, seriously, not at all. The problem is people think Cancers make decisions based on emotions, you know, and that's not true. Cancers are curious by nature, and they do get the facts before making decisions. And think about it. Cancer is the resident wallflower of the Zodiac. They stand back and watch. Then they do their sideways dance to get into the action. Cancers will stand in and take the hit, you know, when all other signs run away. A Cancer in love will die for you, you know, and that is not talk. They really will. And they'll do it consciously. You know, almost no other sign takes that amount of unjustified criticism as Cancer. And it's all because they care. Ask an Aquarius in the same situation, they say dying for that ungrateful person is simply illogical. You know, but to a Cancer, it all makes sense in the world, you know? And they know it's going to hurt, and they won't be able to walk away from it. But they're going to do it anyways because they care. So many people say Cancer is overly emotional and make decisions based solely on emotions without looking at the facts. And I say that's entirely not true. You know, Cancer just loves you, you know, wholeheartedly and unconditionally, regardless of what the facts say. All right? You guys got that? Straight up? I somehow didn't finish the paragraph. But like, the deal is, it's not that they're being emotional, all right? They're looking at the facts. Just like same with the Scorpio. The Scorpio is like the coldest sign of the zodiac, and they base things based on emotions. They look at the emotions and stuff, and they look at the facts, and they walk through it anyways. The same with Cancer. If you're in trouble and they love you, they're coming for you regardless of how much it hurts. All of these signs that dump on Cancer, you can't say the same thing for them. So many of these signs, they talk behind Cancer's back and say, oh, I can't believe she did so and so for him. I can't believe they're doing this. She would do it. I would never do that. You wouldn't do that, not because it's not logical or because of this or because of that. You wouldn't do that because you wouldn't do that. Straight up. Cancer does it because Cancer, you're the most important thing in the world, and you're more important than life itself. And she will walk through hell to save your stupid ass from your own stupidness. Keep that in mind next time you want to dump on the crap for being emotional. Alright, next. Number 2. Straight up. No holding back, alright? Cancers lie and steal, alright? It's a moon thing, so get used to it. You know, a Pisces is the naturally curious water sign. They're like, you know, they like shiny things. They'll swim right up, and they'll look at it, and then they'll swim away. You know? Not Cancer, okay? Cancer sees something shiny that they want, and she does her little Cancer dance to get herself in front of it, and then she's like, she just stares at it, you know, she becomes tranced out, she gets, there's a hypnotic thing, and then the emotion takes over, right? It wells up inside of her, and there's a longing and desire, and then she just takes it, straight up. And this again, you know, is hardwired emotional sensation, you know, it's nothing. So nothing is really safe, gotta say, from the grabby hands of Cancer. Alright, just say it. You know, I'm not even gonna debate this. What else? They also have double lives, remember? And they're dark. So it's almost impossible to get the truth out of them, even if they wanted to be honest with you, alright? And I don't know how many times a Cancer that doesn't want to lie to me, alright? I ask them a straight question, they don't want to lie to me, they just go like this. Like, what in the fuck is that? Like, that's exactly what happens, you know? You know, I'll tell you anything you want, answer and just ask. Okay, what's the action? This is a real conversation. Alright, you know, they just shell up and I have to guess. But it's become so tiring, this whole kind of shell up the thing when you ask direct questions or indirect questions and stuff, that I don't even bother ask. I'd rather just trust them to go do whatever they're doing and than to have them lie to me. There's nothing worse than lying to a Scorpio. Absolutely nothing. They'll like, there's nothing worse. Anyways, so I don't really think that needs too much explanation. Cancers lie and steal. Alright, here we go. Whoa! Finally, we made it. The number one reason everyone hates Cancer, and even though astrologers don't really harp on it, it's still very true. And that's Cancer's inability to communicate. Alright? Or like verbally communicate. There's, you know, Cancer is one of the best signs at communicating. But verbally, they are the worst. Alright? Personally, I don't think it's such a big deal because most people speak in expressions instead of words anyways. And most people who think they speak English don't speak English or whatever language they speak. But Cancers take this miscommunication to an entirely new level, you know? Ask them a direct question and you'll get direct silence. Like seriously. If they want you to ask a direct question, okay. If they want to ask you a direct question, they will. But it's not what they're really trying to ask, right? Here's an example. A Cancer will ask you if you like that dress on another woman is wearing, all right? And you're like, sure, why not? It looks okay, all right? Now, I know this seems like an obvious man-woman thing, right? But like, there's a lot more to it, so let's stick to it. All right, obviously that's a bad move, right? It sounded like, you know, it sounded like a straight ahead question, but completely wrong. And if you say yes, and the next thing out of your Cancer's mouth is a big fight, you might as well have called your girl fat, okay? Just saying, it's that bad. It's so no fly that it's not even funny. But here's where it gets worse. If you really do, you know, if you really do like the dress, and you think your crab would look super fantastic in it, and you play the game, you know, so you say no, then she'll never wear it for you. She just won't, right? No big deal, right? Okay, well what happens if it's lingerie? Okay, what if you're looking in a magazine and she says you're like this? And you know, suddenly we having a real conversation now, right? Okay, here's the answer. When dealing with the Cancer, you have to navigate the moods and expressions. You know, the pre-conscious communications. You have to communicate to her mind, her body, and her soul on both a conscious and subconscious level. Sometimes black really is black and white really is white. But she just asked you what the color of the sky is, and it's blue, okay? So like, game on, player, what's your move? You already know she has a secret life waiting for her, so if you want to keep her around, you better not screw it up, okay? Okay, but of course, you will. But she already knows this, and Cancer is almost always willing to give you a second chance as long as you're trying and you don't screw it up too many times. Now, in Cancer's defense, she wasn't setting you up or anything. She really wasn't. And she really thought she was asking an honest question, you know, and a straightforward question. But my friends, don't be fooled. Seriously, nothing about Cancer is ever straight ahead or above board. They're half in and half out of the water at all times. You should try and remember that. This communication thing, when coupled with the dark, hidden nature, really does become quite bad and disruptive at times. And once again, if I know I'm going to get BS, I don't even ask, you know? So, I just watch. And this is how you figure out what's going on with a Cancer. With a Cancer, it's all about what they do and almost never what they say. If they love you, they will send you love messages in the middle of the night for you to wake up to. They will go the extra mile. They will cross rivers and mountains for you. They'll help you without prompting. They'll stick up for you. They'll fight back when the world comes knocking. But regardless of what I say, if the love is beginning to fade, they'll stop all of it. You know, what I say, regardless of what they say, if the love's beginning to fade, they'll just stop it. You know? For the water signs, it's not about words. It's about small and often unnoticed gestures that are so deep and meaningful that nothing can compare. You just have to notice. The number one reason absolutely everybody hates Cancer, and I don't know that they hate it about themselves, but it sure makes them upset. It's because they can't speak effectively. But they're also one of our most direct communicators of the entire zodiac. You just have to learn to speak their love language, and because it's there and it's very clear. You know, just have to take a moment to figure out your sexy little crap. And that's the action. The top 5 reasons why everyone hates Cancer. There's a Kleenex in the description box below, and feel free to leave the hateful comments in the comment section. No one's going to understand them anyways. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sonny, wishing everyone the absolute best of a beautiful week. Take it all with a grain of salt. You guys should know by now, I only love my sexy little crab, and I love her with all of my heart. You guys are all, as for you and yours, you're on your own. Anyways, I'm Sonny, wishing all Cancers and everyone else the absolute best of a beautiful week, and I'll see you soon.